Hi there viewers. Hey, this is another section or connection to the synchronistic videos that I have put online. I think, as most of you will understand, I'm pretty passionate about synchronistic events and episodes that occur in our life, and you can Google anywhere you like and you will find references to the terminology synchronicity, and you will find information from a whole variety of people about the ideas behind it and how it happens. But fundamentally it is connected to your individual spirituality. It's like it's a connection to your higher self or your extended self or your spiritual self that connects also with galactic energies and energetic waveforms. So the picture you see in front of you on the video is that of a clock and a temperature. I happened to walk into a room at a point in time where I saw that particular picture, 22:22, and it was 22 degrees, and I thought, wow, I have to take a shot of that and I'll save it for some time when I feel it might be relevant. Synchronicity is often tied into reoccurring number syndrome, such as what you see before you, 222222. Now when that happens, oftentimes a lot of people will say, wow, I've been seeing reoccurring numbers a lot, or reoccurring numbering systems in place, or events that take place at certain time frames. And often again it is some sort of energy force that we can't necessarily see, but we're connected to, that catches our attention at that moment in time. There are various books again that you can get hold of that tell you the specific meaning of the various different sequential number patterns that are repetitive, such as the 1111, the 22s, 33s, and so on and so on. It's really interesting actually with the different vibration and numerology perspective that they give off. But to further enhance this particular video, I want to tell you about a very recent event that took place that, as it unfolded, became more and more synchronistically weird and powerful at the same time. So it was very similar to this event in that it was surrounded by numerology as opposed to just an event taking place. So it happened on the 11th of November, this month just gone by, in 2017. So it was 11/11, and it actually occurred at 11:56 p.m. at night, and 5 and 6 add up to 11. So this whole thing was going 11:11:11. The other strange synchronicity is that I was on the 11th floor at the time of an apartment building. I was in fact in bed about to fall asleep when suddenly the fire alarm system in this high towered building went off. It seriously was very, very frightening. I wasn't at all pleased about this synchronicity that was occurring, and it didn't really come to my mind until after the event had taken place, as you can imagine. So in a state of absolute panic, I jumped out of bed and grabbed some clothes to put on, and then went to rush out the door with this screaming noise of the fire sirens in the background. You know, this whoop whoop, evacuate the building, whoop whoop, evacuate the building. Honestly, I thought I was going to die. I have a real fear of fires in high-rise buildings, and to me this was actually my very worst nightmare. So I shot down the stairs at God knows breakneck pace, but I think it took around about a minute to get down, possibly a minute 11, but I can't guarantee that. By the time everyone was out of the building and we were all downstairs, I think on our clocks it said 12:03 or something along those lines. The whole synergy of that, when I looked back on it, was on the 11th floor of the 11th of the 11th at 11:56, the fire alarm went off. Wow. I mean, it couldn't have been any more bizarre than that. What did it all mean? I can't actually tell you. But I can only tell you that there was some amazing connection that was going on at that time. Now, the good news is there was no fire. It was a lack of pressure, a drop in pressure, if you like, in the fire hose system down in the basement. Now, the other interesting thing is that that was the last night that I would be spending in that building, because I had a unit there, but it was sold and I was moving on, so it was like a farewell. So I can't tell you exactly what the synergy was of the connection of the 1111, but it couldn't have been any more profound than that, with all of those lineups of the numbers, just like we see here on the clock. So some people might say, well, what's the point of it, or what's it all about? Sometimes we don't know, but we notice that there is some sort of connectivity or tie-in when these events occur. I certainly don't think anyone else in the building was very appreciative of it occurring either. But nonetheless, as I said, we were in fact all safe, and it was as such a false alarm. So there we are, just another synchronistic story. In fact, it's the same building that is related to the last synchronistic video about the magic mirror. So they're all tied in, quite interestingly. So happy synchronistic hunting, everyone. I think the more you get on board with it, the more you are connecting with messages in life and directions and hints and pointers for you at a very personal level. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Happy synchronistic journeys.